today we're going to be checking out the FFVX from FireFly. Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be checking out this FireFly FFVX, clearly an ML inspired guitar. And for those that are fans of Dimebag Darrell and are familiar with the wide array of different guitars he used throughout his career, this guitar is clearly a copy of the Washburn Dimebolt 333 guitar. I'll put a picture up on the screen right here. And as you can see, this guitar is almost identical to this one, even down to the look of the pickups and the lightning bolt finish, give or take a few nuances, which I imagine they did to avoid any copyright issues. The most notable one is this guitar has 24 frets, and then secondly, the headstock might be a little tough to see on camera. I'll try to zoom in if possible. The clearly not ripped off from Dean headstock. As you can see, the wings, one is clearly longer than the other, which I gotta be honest, I think looks pretty ridiculous. And let me tell you, I've played many MLs in my life, as well as Dimebag signature guitars, and I've never seen an ML with 24 frets ever. So immediately this is throwing me off quite a bit, but I do think that's pretty cool. Now you got 2 extra frets that you can mess around on, which is pretty neat. So I did reach out to FireFly to see if they would sponsor this video and send me this guitar, although I never heard back from them, and these guitars were selling out super quick, and I really want to check it out. So I just said, screw it, I'm just gonna buy it with my own money. But again, whether or not if they sent it to me or if I bought it, it's not gonna change my opinion, it's not gonna flavor it at all. You're gonna get my 100% honest opinion of this guitar. But all right, let's get into it. So this guitar comes in at around 280 USD, the body being made of mahogany, the neck being made of mahogany as well, the fretboard being made of rosewood with stainless steel ball-ended frets, the scale length being 25.5. You have 2 Alnico style humbuckers, a unnamed Floyd Rose inspired double locking tremolo, 3-way pickup selector switch. It has 2 volumes and 1 tone, the upper knob being for the neck pickup and the middle knob being for the bridge pickup. Now focusing on the neck, it is a relatively thick D-shaped style neck, like a baseball bat styled Les Paul neck, which is odd to see on an ML because MLs usually have a relatively thin D-shaped neck, which I don't mind that much. I'm just not a fan of the gloss finish on the back. It is a little sticky, so trying to play fast is a little cumbersome. But again, I'm just nitpicking. That's not a super big deal. But one thing I do have to point out on the back of the headstock, I don't know if you could see it on camera, there's a weird diamond-shaped embossed right here where the neck goes up to the headstock. I have no idea why they would even put something like this here. Is it to pay homage that Dimebag used to be named Diamond Darrell? Because I mean, it's a diamond shape. You know, leave a comment down in the comment section if you might have a theory as to why they would put that. Because to me, that's just weird. All right, so now let's go ahead and plug this in and check out how it sounds. So I'm gonna do some high gain, crunch, and clean tones, and go over all the sounds in the different pickup positions. For my distorted tones, I'm gonna use the Amped Roots plugin. And for my clean tones, I'm gonna use the Tim Henson signature plugin from Neural DSP. But all right, let's go ahead and check it out. All right, so after jamming on this guitar for a little bit, honestly, all I have to say is, wow, FireFly, they really knocked it out of the park with this one. I mean, the playability right out of the box is amazing. I literally had to do no setting up at all. The only thing I had to do was just string up the guitar and make sure that the bridge was flush with the body, which thankfully, because I believe these are 10 gauge heavy bottom strings, I didn't have to touch the springs in the back at all. Once I strung it up and got it into tune, everything was completely flush. So thank you, God, I didn't have to work on that. But the neck itself, despite it being on the thicker side, it was actually quite easy to play. The fretwork on this guitar is unbelievable. It is beyond next level. There is no dead notes to be found whatsoever. And because they're stainless steel, bending is an absolute breeze and it's super smooth. None of them are scratchy whatsoever. This thing just plays so incredibly well. I just can't get over it, especially at the price point. But the biggest shocker to me, because normally FireFly, they've been known for their floating bridges to be not the absolute greatest, but I gotta tell you right now, this bridge absolutely freaking surprised me. Once I got this thing in tune and I locked it down, I was able to freaking wail on this thing and it was keeping the guitar in tune. Let me remind you, this guitar cost less than $300. An actual Floyd Rose is pretty much around that same price. Here, I'll do a couple dive bombs in real time, but I'll show you. Here's the guitar before I use it. All right, now let's do some dive bombs. So like I said, on a guitar this affordable, to get a bridge that's actually usable, that's like insane to me. Now my overall thoughts and my grade on this guitar, without question, I would give this guitar a 9 out of 10. Now, reason why for a 9 and not like something of like a 9.5 or a 10, despite the fact this guitar plays beautifully, the fretwork is immaculate, these pickups sound great, and really didn't notice any flaws in the finish whatsoever. And the fact that it's super light, that is also a huge plus. But the reason being, even though this bridge is really good at keeping the strings in tune, as you guys witnessed, the arm does sit a little high and is a little bit uncomfortable. And, you know, it's a twist. So even though you tighten it, it does come loose and it'll just swing, like, you see what I mean? But my primary concern is if the bridge can keep the strings in tune or not, which you guys already saw does beautifully well. And I'll remind you that this guitar is less than $300. Ah, that's so crazy. FireFly has been killing it and knocking it out of the park. Huge props to them. Very well done on this guitar. So would I recommend this guitar? Abso-freaking-lutely. Even if you're not a fan of Dimebag and just want a guitar from them that has a really solid floating bridge, I would definitely recommend picking one of these up. Now, at the time of recording this video, yes, this guitar is indeed out of stock, but I'll leave a link down in the description below because these guitars have been coming in and out of stock quite frequently, so you just have to make sure you're keeping your eyes peeled on the website if you do wish to grab one of these. But all right, guys, that's gonna wrap it for today's video. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, leave a like on the video, and of course, leave a comment down in the comment section below. If you do happen to have one of these already, I wanna hear your thoughts in the comment section. Definitely let me know. But all right, guys, I will see you in the next video. Have a good one, everybody.